Alright, so the Part 2 LR for the Topo Dokkan Fest celebration should actually be announced later tonight. Yes, is what we're all actually expecting here. It is possible that it ends up being the Rose Goku Black Dokkan Fest or something somehow. I don't think so though. I think it would have been actually already in the news. So I'm thinking it is going to be an LR. And why we know the stuff is gonna drop tonight is because there is a maintenance here basically tomorrow 5 p.m. Pacific time until 1 a.m. Pacific time, and this is for the new version update coming to both global and GP for the story mode update here, and GP specifically is getting a new quest mode area, and this is all again going to drop once this maintenance ends on 1 a.m. Pacific time. But this data download maintenance, whatever, the data download that comes after the maintenance should also include the Part 2 LR, which means that the Part 2 LR will likely drop on the 16th Pacific time. And usually they do the reveals 48 hours ahead of time. So no matter what, the reveal is going to be before this maintenance is over. So that's the thing. One extra thing is that we see that the Elder Kai banner does reset or does leave on the 16th at 1 a.m. Pacific time, which is when we are going to anticipate the new LR banner will drop. And it just makes complete sense because the usual pattern is, at least in US times, the reveal, let's say the reveal would be on the 14th, then the data download would be later that day, which would go into the 15th. Then again, about 30 hours after would be when the LR does drop. In this situation, it'd be 24 hours though, since there is a maintenance. The data download is usually I think it's 5 extra hours or so before stuff would actually drop, right? In terms of the GP event drop time, usually is at 1 a.m. Pacific time. But anyways, that's basically me explaining how things work, just in case you weren't aware of that, and why we do think that the Part 2 LR is going to be revealed later tonight. So, with that in mind, I did ask Twitter, what do y'all want to see for the Part 2 LR? And I put Gotenks here as the GIF. I think Gotenks is a very likely option here for sure. A lot of people have been talking about Gotenks, and I'm sure many of the replies will bring up Gotenks. But if you take a look here, Gotenks has never gotten an LR. Gotenks does not have an LR at all. There's no LR with the name Gotenks in the game at all, which is very surprising. I think by now Gotenks should have likely gotten an LR, but he has not. Another case you can make for Gotenks is Super EZA Tech Gotenks is very likely to happen. We know that on this little banner right here, right, with this join forces, not join forces, the special pose banner, most of the characters here did end up EZAing. All of these characters, besides Jacko and Tech Gotenks, ended up EZAing. I mean, it'd be crazy if Ijo Jacko EZAs. I think it'll be still too soon for him. But these two characters were sitting so long without EZAs, and then these three characters, were basically in line for EZAs as well. So I think Tech Gotenks getting an Extreme Z Awakening or a Super Extreme Z Awakening makes tons of sense for the second half of the celebration, because he's just kind of there, you know what I mean? And he's one of the main prominent featured characters, so it makes sense if Tech Gotenks gets into Super EZA right there, right? And again, I would probably say it'd be an LR, just straight up LR Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks would probably be what happens, unfortunately. I mean, they could do a transforming Super Saiyan Gotenks into Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, and the reason why that would probably be better is because of this guy. Or what they could do is they could do Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks and Ghost, where he has the ghosts with him, right? I think that would be also another, really, really cool thing where they get a different name in there. And then again, we have the ability to link him with this Tech Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, which, again, we're expecting him to get a Super EZA, right? But, best case scenario, it is, I would say, a different name than very usable Gotenks. This AGO one is pretty nice, but he's very super battle road orientated. So if it's a Super Saiyan Gotenks that'll transform, and do Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, that's fine as well. There are some animations I think Super Saiyan Gotenks could get redone, such as, you know, this physical super attack, the Galactic Donut. I think that could obviously be redone in new animations, because the only like animations we have for Super Saiyan Gotenks is based in the good animations is the ghosts, right? This int one and then this AGL one. So getting good animations for the Galactic Donut, like that could be really interesting, and then transforming into Super Saiyan 3 could get them on the Super Saiyans team. They've been buffing that team really a lot. Transformation boost, they've also been buffing that team quite a bit, so I think that'd be really cool, but we'll see how they actually intend to handle things from there. But let's go ahead and see what other people are saying, and then if I see like one or two options I think I could bring up, I'll definitely talk about those as well. But let's hop into the replies. So okay, actual prediction is a Super Saiyan 2 Goku from the Tournament of Power into God Goku. So this is actually a character I brought up, I think a while ago, where we can get like a Super Saiyan 2 Goku. Because if you take a look at Super Saiyan 2 Goku, there's not really a good Super Saiyan 2 Goku right now. There's the physical one that came out for the New Year's of 2022, basically. Well, it was at the end of 2021, right? But you guys get the point, right? Before the 7th anniversary, then he was like decent post 7th anniversary. He was really good before the 7th anniversary drop, though. But then, like, you know, there hasn't really been another Super Saiyan 2, and we don't very often get Super Saiyan 2 Gokus. And this Goku did fight Kale and Kefla, right? He was part of the Universe Survival Saga. He does fit under Topo's leader skill, so it's not impossible to consider a Super Saiyan 2 Goku that transforms into God Goku. Do I anticipate that? No. I think that this celebration feels very more centered towards special pose rather than like Tournament of Power, if that makes sense, right? Because even the banner unit, the Katapesla, I believe he is also on the special pose category, if I'm not mistaken, right? He should be on special pose. Yeah, he's on the special pose team as well. I don't think these androids are on the special pose team, this 17 and 18. Although you could probably argue they could be on special pose because the little silly like pose right there that they do. You know, they should be on special pose, or maybe because of the intro. Let me see. No, they honestly they should be on special pose low key. But even the Gammas are on special pose right there. And then I guess they brought some tournament power characters here, and Tektronics is just there, gonna be a loser. So I don't know. I feel like overall the celebration feels much more aligned with, again, special pose rather than like trio or the, you know, Universe Survival Saga Trio the Danger Anazaraza. I mean, Trio the Danger would be pretty cool though as an LR. It wouldn't be exciting for many people, but I think it'd be cool, right? And I think this is a character they could probably would make into a Dokkan Festival or a DFE LR. Probably closer to a Dokkan Festival though. Like what I mean, imagine like a Tanabata where it's like a Super Saiyan 2 Goku to God Goku, and then a Part 2 LR Kefla. Like they could do that. They can get away with that. It's a Goku, you know what I mean? Let me see. Are there anything in the quotes here? Dispo. I mean, Dispo Yellow Coin LR. Honestly, I could see that. That could happen. Keep in mind, this is likely going to be a Yellow Coin LR, in which, you know, there's going to be not only the pity there, but it's likely going to be a, I think, less general exciting character for a lot of people. I think this was kind of cool though. You can get an LR for sure. Gotenks or Kefla. I think Kefla, maybe. It depends. I think LR Kefla could be very possible as well. I just, I mean, okay, I guess it would be Super Saiyan 2 LR Kefla, right? Or it could be a Super Saiyan Kefla that transforms into Super Saiyan 2 Kefla. That works as well. It just, in terms of Kefla, this just doesn't really feel like a spot for her I would like. I think, you know, a Kefla spot I would like a lot better is like, if we got, again, let's say Rose does drop in June and he's a Part 1 like unit, then we get a Part 2 LR with the Rose. I think Kefla there would be a lot better because a lot of that celebration is based with super bosses. We've got a lot of Universe 6 buffs. You know, if it's a Blue Falcon Goku and a hit, like Dual Dokkan Festival, let's say for Golden Week, then in that situation, a Part 2 LR Kefla would be really good. But here, I think it'd be more in tune with, again, special pose, in my opinion. But I think Kefla could just drop. They could be like, yeah, let's drop Kefla, right? I think that'd be pretty cool. I think Kefla does deserve an LR, so I feel like, yeah, you know, Kefla would be good. Kefla would be a good choice, though. A Topo and Jiren card, huh? This is like a JP fan made card. Okay. I mean, a Topo Jiren card would be cool. I think, you know, like just a brand new dual card, a brand new named character would be nice. What teams would they be on though? Like what kind of teams? They would obviously fit Topo's team. This is the wrong Topo. Would they fit just 200%? They should finish 200% because Space Traveling Warriors are both on the Space Traveling Warriors team. I mean, okay, they'll be on tournament participants. Defenders of Justice, Jiren's on. Space Traveling Warriors. I don't know if Jiren's on Final Trump card. USS, Universe 11, Super Bosses. He would actually be on Realm of Gods. Well, it's because God Topo, huh? That's the reason why he's one more Gods. Maybe, I don't think so. But those are the teams he'd be on. Join forces as well. I mean, it'd be a cool LR for sure. I mean, no one's bringing it up like an LR Jiren. A Boo? I just don't see a Boo. I mean, unless they go completely off track, which they could completely go off track. Again, last year we had Kale, and then we got Super Boo, right? So, who knows? Gotenks, it's not happening, but Xeno Trunks. Xeno Trunks would be very random, but I would accept a Xeno Trunks. I just don't know what they would do for an LR of that guy, you know? Like, he doesn't really have much to grab from, if that makes sense, you know? In terms of an LR, so that's my opinion anyways. Let's see here. Gotenks, Future Gohan 3.0. And I'm glad someone brought this up, because this is one of the characters I was going to talk about. Like an LR Great Saiyaman. Again, he fits special pose. We saw him EZA, like the Super Saiyan 2's Great Saiyaman as well. I wonder if we could find Great Saiyaman here. I guess maybe if I bring up Gohan, we could find Saiyaman, right? So where is Saiyaman? Yeah, Great Saiyaman right here. So again, with Great Saiyaman, I think like just a Great Saiyaman. We can get a Great Saiyaman 1 and 2, I think as well. Like, I mean, the old one is, I mean, who knows when that character is going to EZA, right? And this is a cool unit back in the day, though. This Great Saiyaman 1 and 2 was very, very cool. We can get a new one, I guess, for sure. Or it could just be straight up a Great Saiyaman. Great Saiyaman actually has animations that haven't really been replicated in the game in really great animations. I think this is probably the closest character to like having good animations in the game, but I think we can definitely get a new Great Saiyaman. I think this guy's super attack is decent as well, right? But I guess there's also the you know, there's this character. There's the Saiyaman 1 and Videl, right? From the what movie was it again? And the Fusion Reborn movie, right? This is another character that was pretty fun. So yeah, I think Great Saiyaman would be cool though. Great Saiyaman 1 and 2 as well would be also very good. Kefla right there again. I think Kefla, a decent shot for sure. Gotenks right there again. Carnival LR Jiren. There's no Carnival LR here. It's gonna be a yellow coin LR. Very random. Blue Evolution Vegeta from the Heroes anime. I mean, he doesn't fit Topo's leader skill, because even with Kale and Super Boo last year, Super Boo did fit her leader skill, right? So this Vegeta wouldn't fit that leader skill, from what I'm presuming. So that's the thing. A random LR. It could be very well a random LR. Rose, Gotenks, yeah. Rose, huh? Like, okay, so there is the theory that I had where Rose could be the part 2 like unit, and there's not even a part 2 LR. And I think it makes sense to like have that theory. The only thing about that is there is a burst mode that came out with the Rose celebration. When did he come out, man? This Rose Goku Black here. There was a burst mode that came out with this Rose, you know, celebration, right? And that burst mode, like, ID is, like, if they go in order with those IDs, that burst mode ID is still some time away, and it could be sometime in like June, or I think June is the place that, you know. In fact, let me bring it up here. Rick and I talked about it for a little bit here, and I wanna bring up the thing here. Let me take a look. Yeah, okay, I just found it right now. So Rick talked about it with me, where I was like, okay, I'm thinking it could be this guy and the new LR. Rick said, I think this could also happen as the June part 2, because the UI Goku Burst Mode ID would line up with June's release if JP continues to drop one Burst Mode every month. This would also allow Global to drop the usual filler Brawler now and still be caught up with Gold Coin LRs in June as well. Again, which would make sense. And then you think June is more likely as well. Spot is what I asked, and then he said Burst Mode is the only thing we could try to get clues from since they skipped a bunch of IDs and it's lining up that way. But I think your theory also makes sense. Either way would be preventing Global from falling behind on gold coin LRs again. Yeah, and that's kind of the point where they drop a Rose in general as a part 2 character and then don't even bring a new gold coin LR out. Because even if Rose in June drops as the part 2 character right before the Tanabata celebration in JP, Global in that spot could just get whatever the LR is right now, because usually Global ends up getting this April LR right before the anniversary. That happens so many times in Global, so Global would then end up being caught up on gold coin LRs if they decide to treat Rose as a part 2 of a celebration, which honestly would make the most sense to me. That's why I was like, Rose could drop here. His banners even featured like a LR banner where there's like a bunch of banner units on there. It's 10 featured. You know what I mean? And there are a couple of LRs on there, right? But June is a really good spot as well. And again, I think that if it was Rose, we would have gotten his Dokkan event teaser already yesterday, and because his details are dropping tonight. Being fair though, Topo's Dokkan event teaser and his details dropped at the same night. When did that happen again? This is gonna be the last thing I'll look at. So I guess there's like the off chance it is Rose Goku Black, and I will call it just in case. That was the 28th, right? The reason why that was the 28th, I guess, is just because I actually don't know why they didn't drop it a day early. Actually, I couldn't really tell you. But, I mean, dropping at the same time is fine. So, who knows? Maybe they dropped this and then Rose is tweeted on JP. But I think I expect an LR this time. And then, like Rick said, June because of how the burst mode IDs line up. But that's not concrete. That's just us predicting based off of Dokkan patterns. Anyways, let me know what you guys would like to see for the second half of this celebration. Been a little bit of a dry spell in Dokkan, but it should be a pretty good week. Part 2 LR here. Last year, Golden Week was teased on the 16th in a producer's letter for Global, so maybe this week we can get a teaser for Global and JP. That'd be really cool. Sparking Zero, a lot of us are expecting a trailer for Sparking Zero this week. V-Jump should be coming out around here, which probably wouldn't give us much information for Dokkan, but still, a lot of exciting things coming. So let me know what you guys want to see, what you guys are most excited for, and I'll catch you all next time.